everyone, it's Becky from Book Obsessed Becky, and I know it has been a freaking hot minute since I've been on here, and the longer you go without doing it, the harder it is to get back to doing it. So hopefully I make it through. I'm quite nervous. My dog's outside. He's stuck. So I'm thinking I might have to go save him in a minute. Stuck meaning he got his cord wrapped around something. And he's looking at me through the window like a creeper, so that's a little bit uncomfortable. But I want to do a quick library haul with you guys. I have a few books here. I am probably going to read from the backs of the books because honestly, I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning and I'm starting to fizzle a little bit. And I'm saying a lot of so I apologize. My nerves are getting the best of me. But let's just dive in and hope for the best. Okay. So the first book I have here is Miss Morgan's Book Brigade, and it takes place in 1918. It says, oh, can you see it? That's what it looks like. And this is the large print from the library, which I'm cool with. Okay, let's try that again. 1918, as the Great War rages, Jessie Carson takes a leave of absence from the New York Public Library to work for the American Committee for Devastated France. Upon arrival, Jessie strives to establish children's libraries. She turns ambulances into bookmobiles and trains the first French female librarians. Then she disappears in 1987. When NYPL librarian Wendy Peterson stumbles across a passing reference of Jessie Carson in the archives, she becomes consumed with learning her fate. In her research, she discovers that she and the elusive librarian have more in common than their work at the New York's famed library, and their paths will converge in a surprising way. Okay, so I don't know about anybody else, but I love like historical not fantasy. See? This 3 a.m. brain starting to fizzle. I love historical fiction, and I especially love like war time, and for some reason it just seems like the perfect read for this time of year, even though it's like spooky season. I get that, but I'm not really like a horror type reader. I don't like being scared and creeped out, so I don't know, I saw this and I was like, oh, this sounds good. It's coming up on that time of year for me. I'm gonna pick this one up. So that's the first one. The next one I got in the like young adult section at the library. It's called The Book Jumper. That's what it looks like. I don't really know anything about this. I loved the illustration and I thought, oh, jumping into books, yes, please. So it says that Amy Lennox doesn't know quite what to expect when she and her mother pack up and leave Germany for Scotland, heading to the Lennox house, her mother's childhood home on the island of Stormsay. I'm probably saying that wrong. I'm not the best with pronunciation, but Amy's grandmother, Lady Married, I don't know, insists that Amy must read while she resides at Lennox house, but not in the usual way. Amy learns that she's a book jumper, able to leap into a story and interact with the world inside. As thrilling as Amy's new power is, it also brings danger. Someone is stealing from the books she visits, and that person may be after her life. Teaming up with fellow book jumper Will, Amy vows to get to the bottom of the thefts at whatever cost. And I don't know about anybody else, but I love to read from like all age categories, I guess. I read children's books, I read young adult books, I read adult books. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I just read everything. And probably that's because when I worked in a school, I had a lot of younger students, so I had to read a lot of younger kids' books. But I don't know, kind of stuck with me. I kind of love it. So that's the first one out of like the young adult section. The next one I had to get through Interlibrary alone. I'm not going to read the back of it. It's been all over BookTube now, like since forever. And one of my favorite booktubers, her and her husband, they read this like every year. And I'm just excited for it. And that's Pumpkinheads. I don't really know anything about it. I know it's about two teens that work at a pumpkin patch. That's all I can tell you. And it's got like great fall like illustrations. Hopefully I'm not spoiling anything. in case you wanted to read it and everything. But, oh, and there is a map on the front, which for me is fantastic. So, again, I'm not going to read anything about this because I don't want to spoil it. But I'm hoping to have a good sit down with it either today or tomorrow and read it and find out what's up. Because these library books, they need to get back to the library like this week. So I don't want to miss out on this one. All right. The next one I have here is Fear the Flames. And it's a new like romantasy series coming out. Don't you love the glare that this plastic puts on a book? I mean, I get why they do it, but makes it hard for like pictures and recording. So the back, it just says, I will find a way to defy death itself. To keep you here, we have a deal. And then the little blurb here, this is kind of what sold me besides the map in the book, which I'll show you in a second. It says, an exiled princess ends up with the last man she thought she could trust, and the start of a dazzling and unforgettable epic fantasy romance series. And the cover has dragons on it. So can you see the dragons on it? So between that little blurb I just read to you, and the back, I was definitely intrigued. And this is some of the map. There's more on the back. Let's see if I can do it so you can't see my library. But you can't see it all because of the, the cover. But yeah, I'm excited. I did look up a little bit about this on Goodreads, and I saw that it is steamy. So we'll see how I get on with that, because that's not really my kind of read. But I also saw people talking about it, saying that it was similar to like Game of Thrones. So we'll see. Again, I am excited for that. And I've probably said that about every book so far, that I'm excited to read it. But I am it, and I'm nervous. That's probably why I keep saying it. The last book I have here, it says, this book is worth killing for. And it's called The Book of Doors. Again, we get that lovely plasticky glare going on here. And apparently it's a debut novel full of magic, adventure, and romance. It opens a thrilling world of contemporary fantasy for readers of The Midnight Library, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, which I have not read yet and hope to get to this fall, and The Night Circus, and any modern story that mixes the wonder of the unknown with just a tinge of darkness. So I loved The Midnight Library, and I also loved The Night Circus, and I'm hoping to love The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Chances are I probably will. So that's kind of what got me to pick this book up. And yeah, the person here, because in my library they put like a sticky note on, and it's like a reader comment card. You can give it a star rating and like a little description about whether you liked it or whatever. And this person said that it's 3.5 stars for them, and they really liked it. So I'm hoping that I really like it. I'll try to stumble through the blurb here for you. It says, Cassie works in the New York City bookstore, shelving books, making coffee for customers, and living an unassuming, ordinary life, until the day one of her favorite customers, a lonely yet charming old man, dies sitting at his usual table in the store. Cassie is devastated. She always loved his stories, and now she has nothing to remember him by. Nothing, that is, but the last book he was reading, and one other he left for Cassie. But the other book, covered in faded, cracked leather, is no ordinary book. It's the Book of Doors. Inscribed with words and mysterious drawings, it promises Cassie that any door is every door. She just needs to know how to open it. Soon, Cassie is approached by a gaunt stranger in a rumpled black suit. His name is Drummond. Drummond Fox, if I'm saying that right, which I think I am. He's a Scottish librarian who keeps watch over a unique set of rare volumes. I'm going to start that again. The tome in Cassie's possession is not the only book with great powers, but it is the one most coveted by those who collect them. Now Cassie is being hunted by the few people who know about the special books. With just her roommate Izzy to confide in, she has to decide if she'll help the mysterious and haunted Drummond protect the Book of Doors and the other books in his secret library's care. From those who would do evil, only Drummond knows where the library is, and only Cassie's book can get them there. But some are willing to kill to obtain those secrets, and a dark force in the form of a shadowy, sadistic woman is at the very top of that list. Okay, so what is that book called? Reading this kind of reminds me of, is the book called Ink Blood Scribe Sisters, or Scribe Ink Blood Sisters, or something like that, where the books are magical and they're kind of written in blood and people are trying to get to them for their powers or whatever. It kind of gives me those vibes, so I'm hoping that this is good. Has anybody read any of these books? I know I just kind of flew through the blurbs a little bit, but like I said, I've been up since 3 o'clock this morning and I am fizzling quick. So yeah, what has everybody been up to? What have you all been reading? I know I haven't been on here in a long time, and part of that is like life, mental health stuff, and then the longer you don't do it, the easier it is not to do it, and before you know it, it's been forever since you've been on. So that's kind of what happened to me, but I wanted to come at you with this library haul this week. I think I have a new book haul next week coming at you, and then I have all kinds of books that I've read over the summer that I could do like a quick fire, like talk about on each one that I've read, I guess, for another video, if that interests you. I mean, I don't even know how many books I've read over the summer, but it's been quite a few. So yeah, if you feel like it, let me know if you've read any of these. Let me know what you've been up to, and I hope to speak to you all very soon. Bye!